Thank you for joining me. This is Anna Imagination with the Healing Garden. We're going to go ahead and do a meditation. We're going to do freeform. This is more of a theory on meditation or troubleshooting for meditation than it is meditation. I will tell you a million times over that if you're wanting more guided, quiet meditation, then this partners up great with the Calm app. I recommend the Calm app. Go seek it out. Here, this space is for theory on meditation and troubleshooting meditation. So there's going to be a lot of me midnight. There's going to be a lot of me talking and doing theory on what's happening in your subconscious mind, why it's so hard for some people to just sit down and tune into meditation. So we're going to go ahead, and while I talk, I strongly recommend you do some free form breathing. It's into your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, always. And it's just basically mindfully bringing it in. And I'm going to walk you through. It's a combination of body scans. Sometimes it's tapping, showing you how to apply tapping. It's manifestation and mantra, using mantras so that when you breathe in, you say things like, I accept and open my heart to my frequency, and I release all that does not serve me. And the manifestation, when combined or with the positive affirmations, basically align you into your frequency, which is your identity. And that's pretty much what meditation is. On a psychological, this is actually what's happening when we meditate. We are opening up the conversation between your identity and your subconscious mind. You are conscious awareness. These are the 3 life titans that I introduced in the Healing Garden. And basically the Healing Garden is the sole purpose is to get you to a point of happily pursuing your happiness, pursuit of freedom. And to get there, you have to basically get your 3 titans active and balanced, and they're not, which is why everyone is so miserable. So basically you have 3 titans. That's your identity, your conscious awareness, that's you, and then your subconscious mind, which runs on autopilot. Once you become aware of these 3 life titans, their purpose and what they're doing, then you can start opening conversations with them. You can get them active. You can get them working with each other for alignment and balancing. By doing this, you stop pursuing safety, which is what your subconscious mind is programmed to do, and you can start pursuing happiness or pursuing freedom. And whichever one you want to do, pursuing happiness, pursuing freedom, I do both. And it all starts with these 3 life titans: your identity, your conscious awareness, and your subconscious mind. So we start this conversation through meditation, which is why I do daily meditations at the Healing Garden, where I basically cultivate and start to nurture you stepping into your identity in your subconscious mind. And we do that through dialogue. We do that through meditation. So meditation, basically it's breathing. But when you breathe, you are saving space away from all the noise. So you're closing out all the outside noise. These are all the things your mother said you had to do. This is all the stuff you have to do as a parent. This is all the stuff that your job has to do for you. This is everything. It's all the to-do list that your wife left you. It's all of it. So it's you throwing it all away for 30 minutes every day saying, this is going to be my time to communicate with me. And then when you sit down and you start communicating with yourself, you open the conversation between what's happening with your subconscious mind, which is in charge of pursuing your safety, and then getting in touch with your identity, which is your heading in life, where you want to go, where you want to be. A lot of people don't know who they want to be, where they want to go. They just know they're miserable. And that's because your identity has been taken away from you. So meditation opens the communication so that you can bring it back together. Okay, so inhale deeply and exhale. And the primary tools that your identity and your subconscious mind use to communicate with you is your emotions. Emotions are little messengers from these people, giving them to your conscious awareness, saying, these are the emotions, these are how we feel, do something about it. But because our society does not allow emotions in our society, you are taught to wad up those emotions and throw them away. As a result, you don't know 90% of what's happening with your subconscious mind and your identity because you throw away the messages that they give you. So, meditation brings you back to those messages, opens everything back up so you can take in those messages, you can feel your feelings and go, oh, that's what's happening in my brain. I should do something about it. See how that works? So, we're going to just take a few deep breaths and exhale. And really expand all over your body. Feel where you feel feelings. What do the feelings say to you? I have courses that walk you through how to read the feelings. And then inhale. I'm going to be starting up emotion classes soon. Feeling classes. Because it's definitely a massive problem in our society. People don't know what the feelings are, nothing. So we're going to do like emotion classes. Emotion classes. That's going to be covered in Tuning Into Your Power. We actually do a lot of emotion classes in Tuning Into Your Power, which I do every month. So maybe I'll just work my emotion classes into Tuning Into Your Power rather than create another program. And I have emotional management plan for available if you want just how to manage and work your emotions. That's available $500 over on my website, which is just a big catalog. Really, my website is just a catalog. So if you want to look at my catalog to see everything I offer, go to my website. And exhale. See, for me, every time I meditate, I get clarity. Once you get to this level, I call it level 67. Although I think after this moon, I'm at level 70. I'm going to change my level to level 70 of living. I am like powered up. I'm level 70. Because I had like 3 massive degrees that I was able to build up to with a supermoon, and it really hyper focused my goal and my mission down into this gorgeous little package. And I'm like, now I can communicate. Manifest solutions. It's amazing the power you gain when you learn to manifest solutions instead of objects. Manifest solutions. And one of these last videos, it was either yesterday or the day before, I focused our attention into what exactly one of our common obstacles is. And I'm going to revisit that right now, where we basically enter this dialogue. And if your subconscious mind associates danger with you knowing what it's doing, which it does it a lot, then the subconscious mind will distract you or divert you from meditating because it doesn't want you to get on to what it's doing. It's like the subconscious mind is going, you figured me out, quick, change the programming. And the subconscious mind, and it literally does this, the subconscious mind will deliberately put things in your obstacle, in your way. It's like, and I said this, it's the little man behind the curtain. And you went, who's that guy? Don't pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. That's the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the Wizard of Oz. 100%. Yeah, to go away and come back tomorrow. Like this is so the subconscious mind. Oh, I'm a very wise man. I'm just very, yeah, that's the subconscious mind. And I have like a million little things to prove to you how stupid the subconscious mind is and how easy it is to manipulate it and get around it. I love doing that. It's so much fun. So once your conscious awareness is up to where you need it to be, then you can easily outmaneuver the conscious mind and call bullshit on it. And what's funny is when I'm talking to somebody now, I'm at a point where I can recognize all the little maneuvers of their subconscious mind. So I can go, yeah, I'm talking to your subconscious mind and it's bullshit. Like I been there, done that. I use that same trick on myself and I know how to get around it because I got around it with my own subconscious. So I'll be talking to somebody and they'll be like, well, this is what, no. That's the subconscious mind. That's just the fear system. That's not your identity. And it's really important that you understand the difference between your identity and your subconscious mind. Once you can do that, all life is handed to you. It really is that simple. Simple, not easy. Simple, not easy. There's a difference. We're going to learn the difference here. Breathe in. Yeah, simple is not easy. And that's where a lot of people get that mixed up. There's a lot of little things that people get mixed up, and that's okay. Like anxiety, anxious and eager. Anxious and eager are not the same thing. It is the most misused word in all of television. I'll be watching TV and then I'll see an actor say, "Well, you look really anxious here." No, they're eager, you idiot. They're not anxious. Anxious is this. Eager is, "I'm really excited for Disneyland." That's eager, anxious. Anxious is negative and anxiety and panic attacks. Eager is, "I'm really looking forward to Christmas." Eager is not anxious. And for some reason, people really constantly mix up those two emotions, completely different emotions. But that's my point. That is an example of how common, how often people misunderstand or mislabel the emotions they're feeling. That's how out of tune they are. Yeah, this is the wake up flash. We are so oblivious to how to interpret emotions that we confuse anxious with eager. Like it's that bad. So yeah, we really need some emotion classes here. So I'll figure something else. But I'm definitely, it's included in everything I do. If you, yeah, I have emotion classes all over the place. Like, yeah, learn how to use your emotions properly. You just have to read them properly, and it will completely change your life. I just did shifting perspectives, and then I did, a few article writings this morning that I posted online. So I might be tapped out for the day. I think I need to go inward and familiarize myself with my new reality. Inhale. So I'm probably going to be like, I did a lot this morning, and that's something I've learned is I can easily crank out my work day in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then I do a lot of internal work. God, I love my fucking life. I love my life. I will show you a different way to live. I really will. Inhale. Didn't say it's going to be easy, but it is simple. And exhale. The Calm app is extraordinary. And like I said, I will probably never do in a regular meditation app or a meditation where I just meditate because there are so many of those. And I don't like doing the same thing differently. I would prefer doing something different, completely different. And that's really where my forte is. I like to do different things. I don't like to do what everyone else is doing. Everybody else is doing meditation apps, but no one's troubleshooting. So I like to do troubleshooting. I like to talk about the psychology behind meditation, what it is we're doing, why you struggle with it, what the goal is with meditation. And ultimately, the goal is to open conversation and get so fluent at communicating with the self that you can just sit down, go right into it. And then enter into a dialogue with the self so that you can just very simply discipline the mind through dialogue. It's called dialectical behavioral therapy, and it's actually applying deductive reasoning with cognitive behavioral therapy, which is really just meditation with logic. So if you just take meditation and you combine it with conscious awareness, and then you take that and you combine it with deductive reasoning, ooh, you can pretty much solve any problem. Literally, that's what I do. So I teach conscious awareness, deductive reasoning, and meditation. And that's once you get those three pieces together, you can literally sail the ship of yours wherever you want to go, anywhere you want to go. The world is yours. Like, really, it's amazing. So, inhale. Maybe I'll play with my personality today and just like get comfortable with my theatrics. Maybe that's what I'll do today. Okay, inhale. And exhale. I was talking this morning with a client about ego, and it's like my one. I won't work with it. I won't touch ego. Every time I get near ego, I immediately go, nope, that's ego. I will not negotiate with ego. Ego is when people argue. Ego is when their fear system is running the conversation. I won't. I literally have a drop mic and I walk out the door. My words are really valuable to me. They are my most beautiful prized possession. My words. Because my words are linked to my brain. And I know how different and weird my brain is. It is crammed with some really beautiful perspectives that I'll sit down and I'll have a conversation with someone for 15 minutes, and then I will watch their eyeballs bulge out of their face and go, oh my God. And then they're a different person. And it was like 2 years of doing this with people where I went, I really need to charge rates for this instead of doing it as a party favor. And I would go to parties and I would do this as like a party favor. And I stopped doing that. I went, yeah, I need to not do that. I need to sell this shit because it's awesome. So that's why I created, well, no, that's not why I created the Healing Garden. That is just a loophole for the Healing Garden. What I'm really doing with the Healing Garden is giving you my perspectives so you'll change the world, so you'll see a different way of living, so you can say, we want world peace, and this is how to get it. You have to step outside of the system, though. You're never going to get world peace if you're inside of a system that's convinced you that world peace is impossible. Because where I'm sitting from this place, world peace is very possible. You just got to step outside of the system. But you can't do that if you have your ego attached to you going, I'm going to rule this world with control and fear. Ego is control plus fear. It is fearing something so much that you seek to control it. That is ego. Now, yeah, that is ego. I need to revisit that. I need to revisit that. I did a whole video on shifting perspectives, breathe in, where I explore ego and humility and value. I need to go back to that video and rewatch it. Breathe in. Sorry, I'm documenting and making notes. I know I'm constantly working. I'm constantly researching. I love being a philosopher. It's so much fun. And I have these different modes. I have, okay, we're going to cultivate and nurture the identity. That's where we are now. That's that mode. And then I have research department and the laboratory, where I really sit down and I dissect new theories and concepts, and then I apply them. And then I have the intellect and the summary of my work, which is shifting perspectives. And then I have my courses where you can go through on the catalog, my website, and you can see all the different courses you can take to shift your perspective into the lifestyle that you want. Really awesome. That's what I've set up. And I base off of this on triadic healing, nurturing your identity, nurturing your conscious awareness, and nurturing your subconscious mind. So whenever you step into the Healing Garden, you can pick and choose whichever one of these three things you want to do. And you can either focus on your identity, you can focus on disciplining your subconscious mind, or you can raise your conscious awareness. So this particular video, my meditation videos, is tuning into your conscious awareness and nurturing your identity. It's literally raising your conscious awareness. Now, my Facebook feed is conscious awareness. And then my classes are disciplining the subconscious mind. So it's discipline the subconscious mind, nurturing your identity, and raising conscious awareness. When you get those three things all aligned and balanced, you hit the sweet spot. And that's when you get your pursuit of happiness or freedom, or both, depending upon what you want. Inhale. And exhale. Yeah. But you got to change your perspective. You've really got to change your perspective. People walk in here thinking, oh, look, we're going to heal. And I went, honey, we do healing differently here because we have figured out what healing is and what happiness is. So we're not regurgitating a bunch of stuff from the government. I'm going to show you a different way to live. Inhale and exhale. But you really need to check your ego at the door. You really need to check everything you thought you knew about the world at the door. It's not going to work if you don't check that shit at the door. Inhale. And exhale. Yeah, I think I'm going to get it back into my BDSM. Yeah, I'm going to put that out there. And it's another part of me. It's a part of me that's been a part of me since I was 15 years old. And I've gone through periods of, I'm not going to do it. And then other periods where I'm going, yeah, I kind of want to do it. And yeah, so if you're interested in BDSM, learning about it, dipping your toes safely into it, I'm going to have classes. I'm going to bring that back. It's called the Devil's Dungeon NYC. I actually have a website still, but I haven't touched the website. It's a nightmare because I started building it and then I envisioned the healing garden. I literally abandoned the Devil's Dungeon and I switched everything over to the healing garden. And I went, that's my dark side. This is my light side. And it's a balance of the karmas coming together, understanding that there's the dark side of a personality and a light side. And that's my dark side. And I've spent a lot of time in the healing garden. I really need to go back to the Devil's Dungeon and spend some time on the dark side. But yeah, I think I'm ready. I think I'm finally ready to go back to the dark side. See, Queen of the Darkness. I can toggle both worlds. I'm Satan's wife. That is my name. That is my name, Satan's wife. And I have been donning that name for 3 years. And I used to do BDSM classes and dungeon classes where I would teach people all the different things of BDSM. But I really have a different way of looking at it because it's not, yeah. Oh, I'm totally doing. I've talked myself into it. That's what the last 3 minutes is me talking myself into it. Of all right, it's time to bring this back in. Inhale. We all have a dark side. We all have a dark side. We all have that fourth level of the subconscious mind that we're all terrified of. And once you get used to accepting all the parts of you, including your dark sides, yeah, that's when you really, yeah, we'll go into it. And if you are terrified of BDSM, well, that's a red flag that you have work to do. Inhale. And I'm going to tell you right now, BDSM is not for people who have been sexually traumatized. Not at all. Not at all. It doesn't have to be about sex, though. And that's the other thing. It really doesn't have to be about sex. One of my clients was a mother and a son. No sex, zero sex, because they know what BDSM is about. So do I. It is about power and authority and control. Now, you can put sex into that. You can put food into that. You can put anything you want into that. They chose to put their mother-son role into that. And they used BDSM to literally work out their differences and find common ground. And it's something that they do every day. So they can basically balance the power in their relationship. No sex at all. That is a misnomer. That is what, once you get onto the other side of BDSM and you're inside of it, and I've been inside of it since I was 15 years old, that I went, oh, this has nothing whatsoever to do with sex. This has to do with power, control, and authority. So I dove deep into power, control, and authority when it came time to examine the psychology of BDSM. In fact, that's how I figured a lot of my shit out, was through the balance of power, control, and authority. That's really what you're playing with. Now, in that society, in your society, not mine, in your society, a lot of what you focus around is money and sex, because that's how you guys define, that's how your society has defined power, control, and authority, money and sex. But that's not at all, that's not what it is. That's not what it is at all. You are confusing material possessions and tools with, this is the beautiful thing, with authority. And yeah, it's interesting. It's a little trick that the subconscious mind does to you, that the system embedded into itself to get you to be a rat in their rat race, basically. And once you get out of that, you can look at it differently. It's all about perspectives. You get a different perspective and you go, oh, That's not at all what I thought that it was. And energy is, well, sex and money is just energy. That's all it is. It's just energy. It's just energy. And what they are really seeking is to control the energy. But you can't control the energy. I really need to step into the witch's corner and delve into this. So I also do the witch's corner where I really delve into manifestation. I delve into exploring astrology and, well, the witchy side of me. I am a sum of all of my parts. We all are. Once you understand what the sum, well, once you understand what all the parts are, then you can have a summation of who you are. But you need to first dig out all of the parts, which is what we do at the Healing Garden. Is we dig out all of your parts and we identify all of your parts so you can be the sum of your parts. Physics is wonderful. Inhale. And it starts with a conversation with your conscious awareness, your three pinnacles, your three pillars of identity, well, of the self. Of the self. This is the self. Triadic healing. That's what we do here. And exhale. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Like I said, take a look at the catalog, www.annashealinggarden.org. And I have classes coming up on July 10th. I have Tuning Into Your Power. And I just put it out there. So it is now, I put 80% off because I reached 500 followers. And whenever I reach a milestone in my followers now, I basically do a giveaway and a promotion. So the promotion I'm offering now is 80% off of Tuning Into Your Power. So it's now $200 and it starts in 4 days. We're going to do basically it's a mini masterclass where I cram my 8-week masterclass into 5 days. And it's literally getting you aligned and balanced, in touch with your identity. We're going to start nurturing your identity. We're going to get you in touch with your subconscious mind. And we're going to raise your conscious awareness in 5 days and get you aligned and balanced. So that starts on July 10th. As I said, prices are now $200, down from $1,000, because we have a milestone that we are now celebrating of 500 followers. There will be another promotion when we hit 1,000 followers. After that, it's going to go up to 2,000 followers. So every time we hit a follower milestone, I do a promotion because it's fun. And I love doing giveaways and promotions. So thank you so much. And may the kindest of words always find you.